The time for revolution is now, and we cannot postpone it. Julius Malema's marching orders to the economic freedom fighters as they wrapped up their inaugural Congress. I sat down with Malema and began by asking him if he is prepared for the consequences that might follow his call for land grabs and protests against mines and banks.
They won't kill all of us. Neither can they shoot all of us. The police will have to make up their minds if they want to be on the side of the people or on the side of white monopoly capital. This is their testing moment. Police cannot open fire against their own people who are asking for bread and salt. Remember, the marches to the mines is a battle cry to say we are dying of hunger. Please give us food. That's all our people are fighting for. And when people are asking for food, you want to kill them for that. Let them do it so that people can see them for who they are. Why should we be scared to liberate ourselves economically when people were killed for our political freedom? We're not scared of anything.
Will you be at the forefront?
I will be at the forefront.
Will you occupy land?
I will occupy land.
Where?
Anywhere else where my branch says we are now directing you to lead a protest to go and occupy land. And that day will be the day where we are going to fight it out with whoever refuses us an opportunity to occupy what rightfully belongs to us.
But is all this talk of revolution the musings of a dictator?
No, you see, my problem is that if they can't win against me, I'm a dictator. And if I agree with them, I'm the best of the best. So I must be agreeing at all times, because if I express a view and then disagree with their view, I'm a dictator. I mean, imagine all those people who call me a dictator. If I had said to them, yeah, no, that is the way to go, they will be singing all sorts of praises that this guy is the best of the best. I've never said to them, don't elect Mqitama, don't elect Ramakaza.
There's no disputing just how much the EFF's arrival in Parliament has shaken the institution. But what kind of reception awaits President Jacob Zuma when Parliament reopens in February 2015?
Well, President Zuma must come and answer questions. He's not coming to speak to anyone. He's coming to answer the questions.
During the stage of the
Yes. If he doesn't come to answer questions, we're going to ask him questions during the State of the Nations, because that is the only time we're going to see that man. You know he doesn't like that parliament. He's forever running away from it. So he's coming there. He's going to answer the question before he speaks about a sex year or whatever thing he wants to tell us about in his reading of those speeches. So he must come there and answer questions. 12th February, we have an appointment with him. He must know that. Unless they convene a special parliament before the 12th of February, in the same way they did when they convened a special sitting to go and suspend members of the EFF. So we are ready for the 12th of February. Again, there won't be blood. We're just going to stand up within the rules on a point of order. When are you paying the water, money? That's what we want, because you took the money of the people without a permission and went to build a 1 million kraal for your cattle there. When are you paying? And he must answer that question, or else he will have a bad difficulty.
The EFF's critics, however, charge that the party is too obsessed with President Zuma to the exclusion of other pressing national matters. They further allege that the party has no real political strategy other than to embarrass Zuma and the ANC.
We are not obsessed with Jacob Zuma, but that thing is ANC's thing to try and make us to change our opposing strategy to them. So we cannot allow the ANC to tell us how we must oppose them. Zuma was still going to mention him. The ANC was still going to mention it. In the same way it mentioned apartheid in every speech they made during apartheid, in the same way they mentioned the presidents of the apartheid, because those people represented the system they were fighting against. We don't care about Zuma. If he goes and lives in his village, you will never even hear Zuma from our lips. But we mention him because he's a face of a corrupt system.
Mere tough talk or the resolute plans of a man and a party on a mission to start a revolution? The next few months will reveal. Julius Malema, Bloemfontein.